Boom. Well, good morning, everyone. Dave DeBerardinis here. It is the 29th of October, 11 a.m. here on the East Coast. Zooming in from Stowe, Vermont. You might be able to see. Got the fireplace going. We've had some cooler mornings here. A little bit of snow. Nothing on the ground right now, but I think winter's coming. So glad to be here. Glad you guys are here. This is going to be our first really team training session, and we want to cover a couple of things here today. Number one, show you a little bit about the back office. I'm going to show you how to start earning the bonuses like 2-star, 3-star, and a really special bonus called the 4-star. It's a double bonus now. Right now it's between now and the end of the year, and how to make not $200 but $400. And then I'm going to show you some advanced stuff. And the advanced stuff is going to be, really how to draw out that 4-year career. And it's something you're going to want to do with all of your potential new members. And then we'll talk about a beautiful technique called leapfrogging that'll really show people how they don't need to know thousands and thousands and thousands of people. They just need to know a few, and how this thing really, and they probably already know people who know thousands and thousands and thousands. So that's going to be the itinerary for the day. I'm expecting to go about 35 to 45 minutes at the most, and it will be participation at the end. I'm going to open it up. You guys, if you want, you can come out on the screen. You can chat something. There is a chat feature on the in the Zoom. If you'd rather not be on the screen, I understand, and we'll just kind of go from there. So welcome everybody to the call. So let me start by sharing my back office, or our back office. Let's go here. Boom. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. So one of the things I want to show you on this, that's not our back office, but this is our new Facebook page. So if you are part of this team and you have people you've just enrolled, make sure you include them on this. It is You Matter. You Matter's the site, and you can come. Let me show you the main page. And let's see if I knew. I'm not doing full page. There we go. Great page here. We're going to be posting, and other leaders on the team as well as you. Ask questions, post what's happening on the team. We have a new YouTube channel I just set up this week. Just inspirational things on here. Great story from Tom Martin, how an extra $300 per month, how this one fellow retired as a millionaire, and it didn't take too long. So really, we're going to talk a lot about casting a vision. I think, Tom, that's a great way to cast a vision. So under You Matters, you might want to go to Files. And later on in this broadcast, we're going to talk about two things you may want to download. One is the 4-year career worksheet, and the other is the 4-star fast track worksheet. And again, that's under Files, and you'll be able to download those right from Facebook. We also have another PDF in here that I'll show you real quick. Let's see if I can open it here. This has all the links on it for all the calls, our page, our YouTube channel. Let's see if I can change the share here to show you this one. There we go. And so this is a great one. It just has all the links in it, what time the calls are, how to get there, those kind of things. So download that one. You're absolutely going to want that one to play with. So you can get that right off of Facebook. Okay. And let's go back to here. Cool. So I'm going to show you a bit of our back office and just a couple of things here so you get an idea. Once you sign in, you come to your dashboard. And once on the dashboard, if you're brand new, man, the second tab called Training is the place you want to be. Now, if you don't have a lot of these extra, like Prospect Manager and different things here, it's because you've not paid extra, and I'll show you how to do that, for the the Prospect Manager system, or you haven't come in with a BIB or a VIP. With the BIB, you do get all of this included. The VIP, you get it for 2 years, so kind of cool. But the first thing I'm going to show you is where the Training tab is. And under the Training tab, when you start, and your brand new person starts, I want you to lead them here and have them walk through first 48 hours. Okay, this is where they can print out their strategy review, short video on making your list, the overview of the system. And then Life Matters has it broken down into 5 different steps. We have the invite, presenting, enrolling, following up, and advancing your team. And so how to be that upline, to be that, the decision Joy and I made years ago when we first started with the previous company was to be the upline we never had, and to make sure we had all the tools in place. the beauty of Life Matters is they already have all the tools in place, and all the systems and all the clarity. This is Kimmy's work, and she's phenomenal at it. So what she's put in place will help you spend your time being a network marketer, and then just connecting with people, and the rest of it's already here. So this is where this part of it is. And then I do want to show you very quickly, for those of you who do not have this, and I have a lot of people ask, let me click on our prospect management system. Okay. And under here, obviously places to add a prospect. But once you start putting prospects in, the really wonderful thing is, and we have 178 right now, and we've added people, we've deleted people, we've, that kind of a thing. But under each one, you can send detail to them. You can actually send them information and have them take a look. And whether it's videos, whether you want to send them a free for your career, or you want to send them a two-day sample pack, that can all be done under the automated system, which is awesome. And they can claim it there. But this is a fabulous way to move your business, especially if you have another job. This will just take care of all your time. And so the attitude is this: you want to invite 2 a day and keep 10 in play. All that means is you want to reach out and invite 2 people a day to just have a look. And then when you have 10 people in the pipeline, you just want to follow up with either it's a quick phone call, a quick text, to bring them to a conclusion. A lot of times in this industry, we're always, a lot of people get in the habit of pushing or closing people, that old sales techniques. Your job is just to conclude them. Are they ready to move forward in their life or not? And either way is fine, okay? But two a day and 10 in play is a fabulous way for you to build your 4-year career, okay? So if you don't have the prospecting system and you are an active brand rep, which means you have a $100 auto order, plus you've paid that $49, you can get this system for $15 a month, okay? So you can add that to your monthly on this and be able to have this system and use it for you, okay? So I wanted to show you that. Just so if you don't know it's there, it's fabulous. And again, if you buy the BIB and then upgrade to the VIP, you'll get this additional one, which has the automated prospecting system where you can send some really cool, I'll show that to you just real quick, because a lot of times you may not know what you're missing here. Here's a short little video opt-in page for someone to claim the 2-day intro pack. We had a couple people this week do that. Personally gave an intro pack, so that starts the emails. Bypass the 2-day intro pack opt-in and physically send it yourself. Send a digital copy of the 4-year career book or the 4-year career book for women. Great resource here. And again, the automated is only available when you purchase the BIB or upgrade to VIP. But if you're just a brand rep, an ambassador, there's still a place for you, and that is you can upgrade to the prospect system for just $15 a month, and you'll have all the features of the prospect system. And let me show you that real quick. And all the drop-down boxes for videos you can send and like that. So let's say we're going to send this person a new video, and it doesn't look like she's watched the last 2, which is really exciting. If they've opened it, if they've watched it. So let's say we're going to choose a topic, and it's going to be business. And because we always start with the business first, and then you can always fall back to the product. We have fabulous products. And it depends. Some people want to see the whole 4-year career. That's the 16-minute presentation. Some people just want to see Richard and Kimmy's story, which is really wonderful. And you'll get a chance to, when the email comes up, actually view and see what they're going to be seeing. So it's a really awesome system, guys. So I'd recommend, if you don't have it, consider that for your business with Life Matters, okay? So let's stop the share here and come back here, and cool beans. Hey, we got a few more people on. Hey, Laurie. So let's talk about what I wanted to share today is how to get to 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and then I'm going to get into a little bit more advanced. It's really something that you want to be doing with your people, okay? So once again, how's the fire going? So not too hot, but since I'm talking, it's plenty warm in here. Okay. Let's do. So I know for many people, when you get started in any network marketing business, I think one of the most important things is to assist somebody to get to making money, or getting what we call in the black, meaning you've paid yourself back for getting into the business. And when Joy and I joined and bought the large pack, it's now called the VIP now, we made the decision to buy that, but along with that decision was the decision to pay ourselves back within that first 30 days, right? Perhaps before a credit card bill comes due, that kind of thing. And it was easy to do because we found 3 people who bought the same pack and you earned $300 per pack. And so we got paid back within a couple of weeks. So that's cool. But let's talk about how to move through the compensation plan. And if you've not printed out a copy of the plan, get into your back office, and I would absolutely recommend understanding. You don't have to be an absolute expert on it. Basically, when people ask me about it, I tell them really 3 things. One, most compensation plans are designed to elicit certain behaviors. They all come down to one main thing. When you share with enough people, you're going to get a certain percentage of people that will sign up, whether they're customers or brand reps, or they want to play big and go BIB or VIP. So your goal is still to share. Okay. To go faster, you may want to consider making sure everybody knows about the BIB and the VIP because you make more money up front. But for long term, you want to develop a team. And number 2, you want to help that team get to where they want to go. Okay. So let's first start. The first step is, once you've been a brand rep, is how do we get to a level called 2-star? Okay. And we all go through that. And I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It looks like we got a little bit of. Let's see if I can do a little bit of moving here without disrupting the whole apple cart and everything on there. So let's see. Guys, let me know if you guys can see that on there, what I wrote on the screen, or maybe I'm in front of it, right? So to get to 2-star, here's all it takes. This will be you. And as you're out there sharing, remember 2 a day, 10 in play. And you get your first 2 brand reps. And a brand rep is they have an order of at least $100. They pay the $49 fee, and they have an auto order set up for $100. Okay, that makes an active brand rep. When you've done that and you have 2 active brand reps, you are 2-star. Awesome. What do you get for 2-star? Well, every month on the 15th, as long as you have at least 2 active people, you're going to get a $50 bonus. How cool is that? One of the exciting features of this comp plan is they have loaded more up in the front end, so people are making money and creating income faster with the intent that they're going to stay a lot longer. Okay, so that's one of the reasons that Joy and I came with Life Matters, is we love this piece of it. So that's 2-star, pretty simple. What do you think 3-star is? Change colors, maybe that'll show up better in this. Yeah, it's not bad. So 3-star, again, here's you. Right, so 3-star would be you finding 3 brand reps who have at least $100 order, $100 auto order, and like that. You're 3-star. Now, what do you get? Number 1, you get 2 pretty exciting things. Number 1, you make a $100 bonus every month. Not bad. And then at number 2, you get $100 of your auto ship paid for. That's why it's exciting to help somebody their first 30 days get into a cash flow position where they're making a little money and they've got their auto ship, or at least a chunk of it, covered. So if you're paying, like we have our auto ship, let's say auto ship's $100 and the shipping is $9. Here to Vermont it was $9.95. Well, the company pays our $100. So we end up being charged $9.95 for phenomenal products, right? How exciting is that? So 2-star and 3-star, very easy to get to, and you start making money almost right out of the gate, okay? So real important, we all go through this. You can't skip these steps, right? Joy and I were 2-star, so was Stacy, so was Sarah. And then 3-star, we all went through that. Sue McDonald's already there at 3. We got people just bringing in their first person. So the compensation plan runs, it's a calendar month. So we have a couple more days before the end of the month. So start thinking what your intention is, and we may talk about intention in a few minutes, but what your intention is and how you want to finish. Maybe following up with a few of those people that have been looking or said they had an interest, and just find out or conclude, hey, are you ready to try the products and come in? Okay, so you don't have to be maniacal about it. A lot of people in this industry, the last couple days of the month, and I've been guilty of this, we go nuts, right? You don't have to be that way. So 2-star, 3-star, Pretty doggone simple to get to, okay? So remember, 2 a day, 10 in play. So what's the next level you think after 2-star? I mean, 3-star. After 3-star, it is 4-star. So let's see if I can get some of this mess off of here. And let's talk about 4-star. 4-star has a few different requirements. I'm going to cover the basic, and then I'm going to talk about a special double bonus, okay? So the basic 4-star requirement, number one, is to have at least 1,000 of total volume in your organization. That's total. Have at least 10 active brand reps in your first and second leg, or level, I should say first and second level. And then you want, I think it's 3. Yep, 3 of your personally enrolled that are active. So you have to have at least 3. Well, you hit 3-star, you got 3 active, right? So 3 personally enrolled PE member, brand rep, who are active, okay? And once you hit that, there is a $200 bonus that is paid out on the 15th of the following month. So that's cool. So one other thing, you need to get one of your people, one of these people in your organization to 3-star. What's 3-star? They need 3 brand reps, okay, personally sponsored. So 10 total active, 3 personally enrolled brand reps, and you need 1 3-star in your group for a $200 bonus. Now you're still getting the free product, right? You're still making your free either $100 on the product. There's actually an upper level of that too for $185. You can get $185 covered too. For the sake of this discussion, I'm going to stick with 100. Okay, so that's considered 4-star. So what's the new program? What's the new double 4-star? It's called the Fast Track, and you can download this. I showed you where in our Facebook page, right, or your back office. And this 4-star is available through the end of the year. And what they're doing is they're going to double this $200 bonus. How cool is that? So let's talk about the structure again. So I'm going to lay this out a little bit better for you. Okay. So we have you. Okay. And just looking at this diagram, you need at least 3 personally enrolled, right? Brand reps. BR, brand rep. Okay. So you're already 3-star. You already passed that 3-star mark. You're getting auto ship coverage. You're making $100 a month. You know, at 3-star. So you've already got that going. The next level, 4-star. And so the requirement is to have 3. We talked about that. 3 active, personally enrolled. 10 total on the team. So you could have more than 3. You can enroll 4 or 5 or whatever yourself. Okay. But you have to have at least 3, and you have to have 1 3-star. So let's say this person comes in and brings in, you know, a couple of people, right? Say this person brings in a person or 2, and then you have to have 1 person over, and we'll say it's this person that ends up bringing in some people, but they've got enough brand reps and enough active volume that these guys end up being a 3-star, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We actually have 11 in this example. So we have only needed 10. We have 11. We have 1 personally sponsored 3-star. We have 10 in our first two levels. That's level 1, level 2. And so not a $200 bonus. Now we're making a $400 bonus. How exciting is that? How exciting is that? And you're getting product paid for. You're getting, you know, at this example, 100 of your product paid for and a $400 bonus. Guys, right there, that puts you in the top probably 3 or 4% of people in network marketing that are actually making money. And you can get there as fast or as slow as you want to. We're seeing people on our team get there in their first, you know, 30 to 60 days, somewhere in that range, right? Maybe 90, but it's absolutely doable. So 4-star Fast Track is exciting. And right now they're only going to play it till the end of the year. And here's how that works. If you come in today, you have the rest of October and the whole month of November. If you come in November 15th, your person you sign up, they have all of November and the rest of December, okay? So number one, the sooner they get in, the faster they're going to be able to share and get people going. So you want to encourage them to get started, to get their people coming in, and maybe perhaps by the end of, let's say, November, they become 4-star, and they've got all these people in their group, and let's help those people get to their next 3 and 4-star. Imagine how your team starts growing, right? So that is the 4-star fast track bonus, okay? This next little piece I'm going to chat about, what kind of time we got here? Oh, good. On schedule, I got about 20 after. And I'm going to need some assistance on this, and I think, Stacy, if you're at a place that you can help me out here by raising your hand. I want to show you something else here. And as soon as I see Stacy's hand raised, there we go. We'll bring Stacy out here. We'll promote her to panelist. That you can see fine. Well, there's Roy. Hello, Roy. How are you, sir? Hey, Shirley. We got Shirley and Roy there. I'm not hearing any sound.
We're on.
There you are. Hey. Good to see you guys. There's Shirley and Roy, and from Fairfax, and got Stacy there in the kitchen. Cool. So, thank you for coming out and playing. I got about half your face there, Stacy, but
yeah, you got all my dirty dishes too. What the
we won't be coming over. So, I can assure you. So, one of the techniques we want to talk about is something called the 4-year career. This is really how to draw out the 4-year career. And so if I can, Stacy, I'm going to go ahead and put us, share the screen. Actually, let's do this. I've got you showing up big. I want to, if I go to gallery mode, that may do a little bit better. And you're on the screen the whole time. So let me see if I can.
I think speaker mode would shift that, maybe.
I don't know. I got speaker. Well, speaker view will put the biggest, whoever's talking up top. And are you seeing me in the big screen or you?
You.
Okay, I'm seeing me. So that's not exciting. Okay, so here we go. So one thing we're going to talk about is called the 4-year career. So for a lot of people, if you'll share the 4-year career book, whether it's the original that Richard wrote or the one that Kimmy just wrote, one of the concepts they talk about in there is it's called geometric progression. It's just like compounded interest. It's really nothing more than that. And when people understand that it's the compounded interest portion of it, that you don't need to know thousands and thousands of people. You just need to know a few to start this geometric progression. Here's what I mean. Let's say, and we're going to talk about how to share this worksheet, but let's say you went, and I use the number 4. I just like that. So if I found our 4, and Stacy was one of our 4, and Sarah is one of our 4, and Tom is one of our 4. We have these 4. If we find these 4, and we teach them what we did, these 4 go out and find their 4. So now we've got 16 more, plus the original 4. And so the compound of these 16 finding their 4, now we have 64, right? Teaching this level the same thing, and now we have 256. Oh, 256. I think the last number is 1,024, right? So very simply, just by starting out with our basic number, and sharing and showing them how to do 4. Right now we have about almost 70 people on the team. So we're seeing ourselves almost double every month, which is kind of exciting because we are tracking this. Okay. So after it gets, but when you start getting these numbers and figure 4 times this is what? 4,096, right? The next level. But the one thing I want to share with you and I wanted Stacy's help on, I want you to do this with your people, is use the 4-year career sheet. Okay. And I'm going to do, and for whatever reason, Stacy, I think what's going to happen, if you're seeing me, I've got a small screen here, and I'm not sure which one is going to be broadcast. So we'll see how it goes. So on this sheet, it's the same information that I started drawing out here. So number 1, this is about having a lot of people do a little bit. It's not about you doing a lot, okay? And everyone can enroll and build a team because you just need a few people. Now we have what's called a multiplier. I use the number 4. You could use the number 3 and teach those 3 to find their 3, and teach those 3 to find their 3, which would be 27, and then 81, and then let's take this out, and then 243, right? Or if you wanted to go at this pace, it can be 2, 4, 8, 16, 64, right? So however you want to duplicate it, we'll call this the multiplier on your level. So this is the first generation, the second generation, third, fourth, fifth. But you'll start seeing compounding, just like interest. Once it starts compounding, look at how dramatic the numbers become. And this is where you see some people in this industry, if they follow a consistent plan, which is 2 a day, 10 in play, okay? Following that, this is not a 4-day or 4-month career, it's a 4-year career. You can start seeing this duplication, and then you get to decide how fast you want it to happen. Joey and I tend to like to go fast, so we're seeing things here after really 3 months. That could be 6 months, it could be a year, it could be however you want to go, whatever fits into your schedule, okay? So let me show you how we'll talk about this to Stacy. If I have somebody in front of me, I'm going to ask Stacy. You read the book, so you understand that this geometric progression model, right? So let me ask you this, because I really want to try to translate this into how much money you can be making here. Okay. So which of the multipliers would you use? The 2, the 3, or the 4? Which one feels best to you?
Well, I really like the 4.
Well, you're allowed. So that's fine. So let's say you have the 4. And let's pick how much. So the 4, let's say here at the end of it, you've got 1,024 in the 5th level, but total on your team, if we add each one of those up, is actually 1,300 or 1,346 total people, right? If we added up all these numbers. Now let's pick a sales amount. What if they average $50 or $100 an order or $200? I will tell you this, on our team for the first couple months, we're averaging right at $170 per order.
Yep.
Now, does that mean everyone's buying at least 170 a month? No. Many people are on auto ship for $100 a month, but then we've got some people coming in, stepping up, buying BIBs and VIPs, which are giving us, that's 399 points or 899 points. So when you average all these numbers together, we're seeing it about 170. Okay. But I'd like to do something. So Stacy, pick for me 50 points, 100 points, or 100 or 200 volume. What would the average order you'd like to play with when we're doing this?
Yeah, let's do 100. It's right in the middle.
Okay, do 100. So if we take 100 times the total of 1,346, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should just be able to put 2 zeros here. 6, 4, 3, 1, right? That's $134,000 in sales in a month's time. Now, in our compensation plan, we have a number of different ways to get paid. But if you want to use just a really easy, quick figure, we'll use 7%. Now, up front, you're going to see more because of the bonuses. And if you have a lot of customers, you're going to see up to 30% on them. But we're going to use just 7%, okay? So the total team of 346 times the per person average order of 100 is 134,600. Now, if we multiply that by 7%, I don't know if anybody's done that. Let me do it real quick. And so 134,6 times 0.07, 7%, that's $9,422 a month. How's that?
Right? If we just pick
That fit in your budget? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So now, what does that equal in an asset? Richard talks about the asset value, and so we want to compare, because there's lots of ways out there that you can earn money, and you can have stocks, you can own real estate, or you can have something called residual income, and they all have an asset value to them. Okay, let's say, how much would you need? Well, let's say the asset value of this is $9,422 a month. How much of a value of the asset would that give you? I'm going to show you this in a second, but if I take it and multiply by a factor of 200, that asset is worth over 1.8 million. And you may be saying, what in the world are you talking about? How do we go from 94 to 1.8? Here's how. Once you see it, you're going to go, yeah, got it. Okay. So let me take some of this off so I can show you. Let's say you buy some real estate, okay? And you want to make, and I'm going to make the numbers pretty simple here. I'm going to just do it off of $1 million, okay? If you had $1 million piece of real estate here, whatever area you're in, how much could you rent it for? Maybe $5 grand a month, somewhere in that range. You're going to have right? If you had $1 million cash, that 5,000 would all go in your pocket every month, other than the property taxes and insurance and like that. So initially, you'd have to have $1 million, but if you had that, if you had $1 million property, right? If you had, whoop, can't count, not the first time, $1 million property, and you were making about $5 grand a month off of it, then the value of that asset would be $1 million, right? What if in network marketing you were making 5,000 a month, or that's about 60,000 a year? Isn't that value of that asset also $1 million? It has to be. It just has to be. So you can actually create an asset value worth millions of dollars by what it's producing for you monthly. Okay, so if you purchase a property, let's say you didn't if you didn't have it paid off, you might have a $4,000 mortgage on there, right? Or maybe you only had a $3,000. I don't know. We've got a lot of realtors on the team, but let's say $3,000 mortgage. That leaves you $2,000 profit. So until you get this thing paid off, you don't have a $5,000 a month asset, right? It's a $2,000 a month asset, so it's going to be worth less. But if you create, and it may take years to pay it off, but if you create this same asset per month, and what you do is take your monthly income in network marketing, multiply it by 200, and that's going to give you what your asset value is. That's 1 million. Okay, same thing. That's why I got it over here. I took 9,422, multiplied it by 200. That would equal an asset of 1.8 million. Where else do you know that you can create an asset value that quickly? That's not stocks, which is highly speculative. You can make money by lending money, but you got to have the money first, right? So for most of us, and maybe there's people on this webinar that have $1 million or $2 million put away. It's not me and Joy, So how else can we create that? You can create it using the 4-year career. So we just have people pick a multiplier, pick the average, and if we actually use our average of 170, you can imagine this figure goes higher, right?
Right.
You can imagine. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the example of how you show somebody how to build and how geometric progression actually works. And this is where you see people that have, after 6 months, 8 months, a year or two in the business, when that 5th and 6th generation kick in, they go from making 5,000, 8,000 to 15 to 20 to 30,000. And you see these crazy numbers that were like, how in the world did they do that? Well, they did it by 2 a day, 10 and play, right? And they did it by understanding the value of the asset they were building. Make sense?
Absolutely. Different mindset.
Cool. I do want to say this is, and I kind of want to find out. So let me do this real quick. If I go back to exit full screen, is anybody seeing this fine? Is it you guys seeing the large screen on your computer? This in front of you? Or are you seeing Stacy's house? You guys could let me know. I just want to make sure this is big enough for you guys to see. So that's the 4-year career. That's a great way to show them how to do that. Okay, how much money they can make. Then we're going to shift into something else. And when I got my head wrapped around this, and Richard calls it leapfrogging, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. This is really powerful. Okay, because when you show somebody what an asset value they can create here very easily, part-time, right? The one thing that runs through people's heads, and I'm not hearing anybody. Joy, can you see this okay? Is the big screen, is the board showing biggest? So let me know if you would. Thank you. Somebody raised their hand. So Joy raised her hand. Joy, if you'll just tell me, that'd be great. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about what's called leapfrogging. In most people's mind, they'll understand that last concept, that building this asset value. But what about the next concept? And the next concept, that's funny. The next concept is called leapfrogging, because most people will go, geez, I don't know all those people, right? How can I go from, I hear what you're saying. The other part that's explained and shows people is in their current network, they don't realize how much money's there. And this is a beautiful way to show them how much money's already there. Let me show you. So Stacy, I'm going to pretend you're my potential partner. I'm not saying prospect. A lot of people don't like the name prospect. Sounds like sales, By the way, the best definition of sales I ever heard was a transference of feeling. That's all sales is, right? So let's start here and just talk about. So Stacy, let me ask you a question. Do you know any? Do you know a chiropractor?
Yes.
Cool. What's their first name?
I'm trying there's two of them in the same office. Yeah, let's use Corey.
Corey with a K or a C?
C.
Okay. So Corey's a chiropractor. How many people a day do you think Corey sees?
I'm gonna guess probably 15.
15. Okay. Now, if Corey got real excited,
No, maybe that's a lot.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
If Corey got real excited about the product, right? And because a lot of chiropractors, they do have product that they sell and offer to their clients. It's a way for them to generate additional income. If he got excited and shared with those, let's say 15 people a day, what's your sense of maybe how many people would end up buying the product?
Maybe like one a day.
Okay. So you say one a day. Okay. So we'll go one a day. And if he works, well, he works the whole month, but he doesn't work on weekends. That'll be 20 days, right? Yep. So 20 days, that'd be 1 times 20. So he could have 20 sales. And since we used the $100 per sale last time, let's use it this time, okay? Times $100 per sale. So you could generate about $2,000 a month just off of Corey. Kind of cool. Do you think Corey knows any other chiropractors?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not just locally, but nationally, because they have to go to events. They have to go probably continuing education, probably see a lot of the same people every year. If Corey was excited about these Life Matter products, do you think Corey would share with them to say, hey, I'm creating an extra couple thousand a month?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know they have a pretty tough lifestyle as well, right? That's a lot of work, physical work.
So how many people you think out of I don't know how many Corey might know, but how many people, other chiropractors you think Corey he would share this with, and they might come in and want to do the business too?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. You want to go conservative numbers?
Yeah.
I don't know. 15.
Okay. Okay. 15. So 15 more people. I'm going to go more conservative. I'm going to go 10.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say Corey has 10 more people, other chiropractors who get excited, just like he did, right?
Yep.
10 times 20, so that's 200 more, right? Sales times 100. Well, there's another, am I right? Is that 20,000 plus the 2 that Corey did?
I don't know. I'm slower at math.
10 times 100. Sorry, I did 200. So he has 10 doing 100.
There you go.
Right, so that's 10,000 plus the 2,000 there, so that's 12,000. Right? Cool. So just off of that, and let's say 10 other chiropractors. Do you know anybody who does hair or has a hair salon?
Yeah.
Give me a name.
Lisa.
Lisa. How many people a day do you think? Does she own it, or is she just on her own, or are there other chairs in there?
Yep. She has a chair.
She owns a chair. Okay. How many people a day do you think Lisa sees?
I don't know, 6 to 8.
Okay. Well, let's say 6. If she got excited and shared this, how many people a day do you think might want to try, get a reset, get some more energy, get their mojo back?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll go with 1.
Okay. At least that's 1 a day. Okay. Same thing. 20. Say if she works 20 days in a month, that's 1 a day times 100, right? Times 20 days. So that's another 2,000. She said she owns the chair, so that means there's other people in that office, in that same.
Yeah. They were really hard too.
How many are there?
Yeah. I think they have 6.
Does you think Lisa knows any other hairstylists in town?
Tons.
Probably all of them.
Right. Exactly.
Did she share? Do you think she may be friends with some of them?
Yeah. So you're triggering my mind to write down a whole bunch of things here.
Good prospects, right? So you think if she shared it, how many people could she connect with?
Oh my gosh. Endless. Well,
let's pick a number.
Okay.
Let's just pick you guys, you want to use their numbers, okay? I'm not trying to give her numbers. I'm going to use theirs, and I try to then go conservative. But how many people, if Lisa shared it and she's making a little extra money, would she share it with her other friends who do hair?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's say 2 a month, or is that conservative? I like to go conservative numbers just to.
Okay, well, how many people think she could have in the next year? Just say the next year.
Oh, in the next year.
Other stylists.
Yeah. 20.
Okay, 20. Each doing about the same thing, or less, or more?
Yeah, about 100. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 20,000 there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus her 2, so now we're at 22. So let me just stop for a minute. because we got 12,000, we got 22,000, so that's a total of 34,000, right? And the number we used before is at 7%, remember? So if we took 34,000 times 7%, let's see what that ends up being. So 34,000 times 0.07. That's $2,380 off just a couple people she knows. You know, see,
It's very conservative.
you know, and these are conservative numbers. So the leapfrogging, you're leaping over them to show them that they don't need to know thousands of people. We all know people that know lots of people that are in service type industries that connect. Could be insurance agents, realtors, people that are in front of the public a lot. The other thing I want you to realize is when people realize that their current net work has a net worth to it, and they're not even tapping into it, what do you think your prospect might want to do?
Tap into that.
Tap into that, right?
Got it.
Yeah, because right now they're realizing that maybe I'm leaving, Stacy, maybe you're leaving 2,300 on the table.
That's a small number. Like their networks are huge.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but if you were somebody that looked at this and said, man, if I can make an extra 500 or 1,000 a month,
yep,
get there in a part-time capacity, and you saw you were leaving this on the table from your own network, that's what makes this discussion powerful. You guys are getting this?
Mm-hmm.
Is that fun? So it's not hard to show. So then the thing you say is, listen, what we're going to do, Stacy, is I want in the next few weeks, I'd love to get in front of these people with you, okay? And you're going to lead the way. So you just need to tell me, and I'm going to present them with the larger packs because obviously they're business and they're, you know, like that. Which one do you want to get started with? Just the 10-day, the business in a box, or the VIP?
Yeah, business in a box for sure.
Boom. So we'll circle business in a box. So now Stacy's in because we leapfrogged over Stacy, didn't have her make a list, showed her that her net worth, she had a network that already had net worth in it. Okay. There's a new video that they'll be putting out hopefully in the back office that covers this again, but this is a really powerful thing to show somebody. You can do it over the phone, or it's easier if you do it in person or with a Zoom contact like this, okay? But that is a really powerful way to show what's going on here, okay? First time I saw that, I went a little bit cross-eyed, to be honest with you, until I finally got it, okay? And I drew it out once or twice, and I said, wow. So we haven't even tapped into Stacy's contacts. Her list of people, we're just talking about potential of who she might know. These may not be the first person she talks to. It may be family, friends, you know, that kind of thing. But start realizing, and like Stacy said, geez, I'm jotting down. No, you're putting names down, weren't you?
Yeah. Working on it. Shirley's prompted too. I think that helped everyone's mind.
Yeah, it's sort of like, okay, you know, so leapfrogging is a really powerful way to take the pressure off of them and really to have them see that there is something that they already have a network, whether they used it or not, there's a network out there, and why aren't they getting that money? That's all.
Absolutely.
I love my life shots. Yikes. All right, so that's 4-star, the 4-year career leapfrogging. And I do want to do this. I've got 11:45. I'm going to show you one quick thing, and many of you have seen it on our, Stacey, I'm going to take you off the screen. If you'll go ahead and take yourself off, we'll bring you back. And if anybody wants to participate and come out here, that'd be great. But if you'll pull yourself off the screen, I'm going to share something that I came across, and it's only 2 minutes long, and I'd love your thoughts on this, everybody's, okay? Richard and Kimmy were meeting some people in Lanai, and there were other network marketers, and this came across, and I just thought, love to get your opinion on this, guys. Here we go. Richard Brook.
I got
so
2
Richard,
tips. Tell him
about building a legacy and building a lifestyle for yourself, what that means to you.
Well, one of the things we were talking about at lunch is Denny and Tom asked us, you know, kind of like, you moved to Lanai and you're in the middle of still building a company, and how does that work? And so what occurred to us is, you know, you probably can see this by just watching the industry, is one of the things that possesses us as a profession is enough is never enough, and everybody's always trying to be number one and being the fastest and make the most money and have the most followers on Facebook, and it seems like it's just always a race. And I remember an audio tape that Randy Gage did like 20 years ago that was like an audio tape called "Escape the Rat Race," and you might win the race, but you're still a rat. And I think there's so many of us in network marketing that are, kind of still rats. Like, we're still in the race. And so Kimmy and I just decided, let's build, and at the same time, let's be an example of, maybe what the race is all about. So we just picked the ultimate place for us to live in the world. And we came here and we're building from here. And guess what? It actually works better because people want to come here to where we're at, and we meet fascinating people here. So I'll only give you one tip, and that's pay attention to the rat race inside of network marketing. The got to be the biggest, got to be the fastest, got to win all the contests, got to rank advance more than anybody else, and maybe just step out of that rat race and embrace, why'd you really get into network marketing to begin with? Was it to win races and contests and be number one? Or was it to have financial security and live a life of abundance and relationships and adventure? Maybe go directly there. Take the shortcut. Go live it and build from there.
Man, I love that. Let me just make one quick comment, and then if anybody else would like to come out and give their opinion. Stacy, love to hear from you on this too. You get whatever you put out, right? And when I've listened to that audio recording probably 20 times now, and I put it on our Facebook group, You Matter. There's something about coming from a space of already enough. And one of the things that Joy and I noticed is we're always running after. It's always the next level, the next thing. And but that's not the reason we came here. We came here to live a life of abundance. And so if you start acting that everything is enough already, that you're plenty, that you're enough, and you're going to share with other people from that space of enough, you're going to connect with people at that level of enough, and they're going to join your team. So whenever we've been really relaxed in sharing from that space, our team, our business grows dramatically, actually faster than when we're out there push. So if anybody would like to make any comments on that or comments on anything we talked about today, feel free to raise your hand, come on back out here. Love to hear from you too. Anybody else like to make any? There's Stacy again. What do you think of that, Stacy?
Oh my gosh. I love that. And that video summarizes why I got started in this business, because I think that is the definition of authenticity, and that is what makes you share your heart. Like, if you're really sharing why you're here. I talked to a mom yesterday. She's a vet tech. And I said, have you ever looked at working at home? Because I see that being home with your kids is your number one priority. And this is how I did it. When my kids were little, I was in this industry. And sharing those things, I think, is just far more powerful and authentic than anything we can say about money or doing the rat race. So I love that video. And it makes me love this all over again.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Yeah. Anybody else have any comments on that or anything else you've seen or any questions? You can put it in the chat box. You can jump out. Susan to everyone, share the dream at a yoga pace. Oh, that's a cool way to put it, Sue. Share the dream at a yoga pace. I like that. It doesn't have to be frantic. What happens when someone comes up to you and they're frantic? Won't you kind of push away? I do. What if you come that somebody comes to you from a place of just plenty and enough, and everything's already provided? And would you like to take a look at this? Imagine the quality of that conversation, right? Cool stuff. Any other thoughts, comments before we wrap this up, guys? Did you find this useful? Put it in the chat. I'll make this a YouTube. We're thinking right now, maybe once a week, doing a short Saturday morning Zoom, picking a subject or two and making a Zoom. Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, thanks for your comments too. yeah, so we'd like to do this maybe once a week, and I apologize. We made a decision at the last minute with some cancellations and all, and decided to stay here in Stowe rather than driving up to Milton. And missed seeing you, Shirley, and you, Roy, in person. My apologies for that. I hadn't seen you guys in a while. But everybody else, this will be a YouTube video. I will put it on our YouTube channel, which is, by the way, that's on our Facebook page. They should be changing the name here to our channel /YouMatter, but that hadn't happened yet. And I'll put it on the Facebook page. You can watch it again or send it and get it out to your downline. Okay. So that's what I got for today, guys. 2 and play, 2 a day, 10 and play. Have an awesome rest of the day. You absolutely deserve it. Bye for now, guys.